page.
Yo,
What's good, Lordy?
yo, you're ready.
What's the word? What's the word with you? Welcome to Lord Talk TV.
It's good.
Everything's good. You know what I'm saying? To start off with Lord Talk TV, you know what I'm saying? Introduce yourself and let everybody know where you from and what you represent.
Let's already know, man. It's the flow of this century. Core 2Gs, nigga. Rockaway Riot Squad co-founder and 1/4 of the group. Repping that far Rockaway. Last stop. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That Alcatraz. You know what I mean? That different part of New York City. You know?
Yeah, Chink.
Hold up. Shout out to the sixth borough. Appreciate Five Rock, man. New York appreciates Five Rock contribution to everything. Listen, man. So let's get into it. You know what I'm saying? Like the music situation and everything, you got everything moving and motivating with yourself. So let everybody know what you're dealing with your company and everything, your brand.
Well, right now, you know, a few years ago, I had started Kamikaze Riot Music Group. And in the process of starting that's just like a branch off the Riot Squad. But I was starting a situation called KKP, and that was going to be called Kamikaze Posse. And I was going to put it together with, like, instead of just getting artists from the hood, I'd rather get niggas that got their own movements and we all get together. You know what I'm saying? Put out the compilations, because if he got 1,000 niggas, he got 1,000 niggas, I got 1,000 niggas, we put all that together, we can all eat at the same time. You know, I grew up off that Wu-Tang moving shit. I ain't with that solo shit. I'm with that moving together shit. I never been on that selfish shit. You know what I'm saying? I always wanted to move with each other because we be more stronger together. You can't lose. You can't go play a fucking basketball game without your teammates, nigga, unless you're going to do a one-on-one.
Well,
You
I
know what I'm
feel
saying?
somewhere along the line when hip hop started to progress like everything else, even like sports, when the money progressed, we lost that unity because it seems like after self-destruction with BDP and all that, everything went downhill as far as like unity because they started getting more money, the marketing started to get right, and then everybody started to go solo. You know what I'm saying? They started to split the groups and, you know, started to divide and conquer, you know, because of money.
Yeah, that's the
So
main divide
basically,
and conquer.
here we are like another 30 years later, you know what I'm saying, talking about how we're going to get it together. So, you know, like you said, everybody's starting to understanding we got to move together. Why is New York the last place to start moving together again? Because we was there, but we got to do it again.
Absolutely. And it's crazy that you said the self-destruction, because I did self-destruction over out here with a bunch of artists. You know what I'm saying? Recorded it myself, edited myself, did the motherfucking cover myself, shot the video myself for my peoples. But I wasn't doing it for me. I just did it for something we needed, something that was missing. You know what I'm saying? I never like to follow niggas. Like, I'm not a wave rider, nigga. I'm not none of that. You know what I'm saying? I'm a nigga. I like to be around niggas I grew up with, or my kind. I never like to chase rappers and stuff. I like to do things with niggas that ain't get an opportunity to do things. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you watch that Wu-Tang show, they didn't really understand RZA's visions. You know what I'm saying? They fuck with him, but they didn't see his visions at that time. I'm one of them niggas who see different visions. I know how to put the pieces on the chessboard. You know what I'm saying? I analyze niggas different than how people do. You know what I'm saying? I don't wait for something to happen for me to be like, yo, I want to fuck with him. I already see what this nigga's capable of doing. You know what I mean? And what we could put together. But it's hard to get that through.
I'm going to tell you like this. If anything you haven't learned from the Wu-Tang series, that what I've been watching in hip-hop, like those older groups and pioneers of the game, they learn from their mistakes in their prior years now, and they are unifying themselves. As you can see, they unify themselves all over Europe, advancing the hip hop community, and that's everybody shouts out. Everybody who's over there in Europe performing and advancing hip hop and getting hip hop everywhere. So yeah, that's happening. Now it's the inner circle that has to, you know, us, the people that's trying to get out there, have to, you know, adapt that culture.
Absolutely. 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 Word, man.
So basically, I mean, you know, and one thing I'm gonna go tap back into this with the self-destruction for Rockaway. For those who don't know, Rockaway is like Chirac in New York, man. So Rockaway to have a self-destruction video with everybody participating from all types of hoods would be, it's a mega situation where you can always look back and say, yo, we did something, that we tried to implement something for ourselves, you know, to stop the violence out there, because it's a lot of violence out there. Lost
That's right.
lost a lot of good brothers. So you know that was a big up to you, Lord. You know what I'm saying? So with the riot squad and everything, the artists and stuff that you're dealing with right now, how's that happening?
Well, basically, you know, I was out the loop for a while, you know what I mean, dealing with life. You know what I'm saying? I took too many losses that took a toll on me. So I couldn't really focus on music at that time. I still had a fan base. I still had things going out there, but I can't do music when I'm feeling fucked up. I ain't one of them niggas that do music when I'm hurting. You know what I'm saying? I like to do shit when I'm feeling good. So I'm different. You know what I'm saying? So I'm getting back into it when I'm about to start working with a lot of young artists from all over. You know what I mean? Because I still got my label, so I still want to, like, you know, put some things together. But at the same time, I didn't fully supply my fan base from the riot. You know what I mean? Because for years they've been wanting something from me. They've been wanting certain things. And I guess sometimes I was more focused on worrying about what other niggas want to do or how we gonna do it together instead of just focus on what I need to do. You know what I mean? Whoever gonna ride with me, they ride with me. You know what I mean? So right now, I'm just putting the fucking pedal to the metal, nigga. I'm just doing what I got to do. I got hundreds and hundreds of records, unreleased records. Hopefully, if I could get the music that me and Stack had like 3 albums. You know what I mean? Unreleased. There's so many unreleased Riot Squad records. So if I could get a hold of that music, it'd be crazy too. Plus, I got unreleased Stack footage that nobody never seen. Things of that nature. So I'm just really trying to, like, recreate that Rockaway Riot sound. That's about it. I ain't really trying to come out like, oh, yo, I'm trying to shut shit down. Now I'm just trying to supply my fans right now that I didn't supply. You know what I'm saying? I got all this work fitting in this spot, and I just need to supply and demand everything around.
Yeah.
Yo, I got some Stack footage for you too, Lord. We gonna collab on. I don't know if you remember the X bar footage. Him and under in the bathroom.
Wow, that's exclusive right there.
Yeah, crazy. Yeah.
I mean, that's basically a lot of things that's put together. I mean, and I'm glad you touched on the fact that you had to go deal with life, because a lot of people don't understand the situations with a lot of artists, entrepreneur artists, the sacrifices that has to be made in between the success and the hunger.
Right. Absolutely.
So basically, you know what I'm saying, like, there's times, because I believe that, like, right now, I believe that in hip-hop, the family environment needs to be implemented a lot more from the underneath, instead of it looking like a luxury to be a family, from looking at, like, say, people like DJ Khaled and his son. Like, they like, oh, he could do that because they rich. No, everybody needs to do that. You know what I'm saying? Raise the next generation together. You know what I'm saying? Mold. That's what I think. There was a period where hip hop wasn't molding. It was growing, but it wasn't molding. So now that we're old enough, we have 50 years, it's time to start molding the next generation.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's why right now, you know, like, my daughter's damn near like a professional dancer. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, for Rock Nation, man, people know about Rock Nation. They've been doing it good. It's a dance group team out here of young kids, you know what I'm saying, doing their thing from state to state. You know what I'm saying? They got another competition coming up at the Barclays Center next month. So, you know, I'm really getting her into, you know, certain things. She want to go to the School of Music and Arts and everything. So she's already in tune. You know what I mean? She already know how to rap. She know how to do certain things. But I'm trying to grab up a lot of the young boys that people ignore. You know what I'm saying? That people just look over because they want to look for another nigga that's getting attention. Or it's a lot of niggas speaking about them. Just because niggas speaking about somebody, that don't mean the other nigga's less than that person. You know what I'm saying? And that's I root for the have-nots. You know what I'm saying? I root for the niggas that niggas try to ignore. They want to wait till they get on to acknowledge them. You know what I mean? I root for the niggas that don't get the support that other niggas got, that don't got the machine that other niggas got, that don't got 1,000 niggas around them that support them and make them look good or feel good in the studio. I'm for them niggas right there. You know what I'm saying? Them niggas that don't got managers, don't know what to do, don't know how to get their BMIs, they ass caps. They don't know nothing about a royalty check. All they know is, all right, I see this guy doing it. Well, I've rapped, get a video, put it on YouTube. Nah, I'm trying to get shit formulated to where we move this shit like an independent label at the end of the day. Because Far Rock ain't really never get a run. All we do is get shout outs, or we get outsider niggas to support niggas from Far Rock. It's like Far Rock don't want to support themselves, and we got our own identity where if we support ourselves, we can run our own numbers up. You know what I'm saying? We like out of town. You know what I'm saying? If niggas paid attention to the big picture, everybody can run everybody's numbers up. No matter who feels who's better or what. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I'm gonna tell you right there, everything that you said, that's what Lord Talk is about, and that's why you hear Lord Talk, because and I dedicate Lord Talk to always. That's a mission statement of Lord Talk, to find people like you that's not glamorized, to let them know that there's superheroes next door. Like, bro, these people every day that's out here doing big things. They just not on a big circular. They don't have the platform. And so therefore I go seek these people out to get you this platform to promote yourself and what you're talking about.
Right.
Because it's important. Everybody gotta know that. It's not in the papers every day. It's everywhere when you look.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Niggas gotta stop. It's just like it's too much favoritism. It's too much favoritism. It's too much, I want to control your situation. You know what I'm saying? And that's the fucked up situation. You know what I'm saying? I understand you don't have to listen to a nigga. You're your own man. You don't have to listen to nobody. You listen to whatever you want to listen to. But don't bandwagon hop. Don't wait till 80 of your mans is listening to something. Now you want to listen to the nigga when you had an opportunity or ready to do it. Go study that nigga. Learn that nigga. Because sometimes a nigga think they around you and they know you. Nah, he hanging around you. He's learning you. Go hang around him. Go do what he do to learn him. You know what I mean? Before you judge him, because sometimes we get into that like, why he not rapping this way? Why he not saying this? Why he not doing that? Because that's what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Go vibe with that man. Yeah. Go build with that man. Go see what's on his mind. You know what I mean? Before you start sitting there worrying about your opinion and your perspective more than reality. And that be the problem with a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? And it's fucked up that Far Rock had to take too many losses when we was this close right there to the light really being shed for real, and we take two big losses like that when niggas is about to graduate. You know what I'm saying? And it's like it didn't wake people up. And it's like a person to see that and look at me and buy no less than them artists. Yeah, they probably went to a different level than what we did. That's what they were supposed to do. They're supposed to do their job. But you don't take our brother's greatness and lessen ours. Because we part of that too. We're responsible for that too. But you got, like what you said before, divide and conquer. That's what people is trained to do.
Basically, I'm gonna tell you like this. You know, my cousin, he had a line in his song, you know, no matter how much loot I get, I'm gonna stay in the project forever, right? And like he said, he regrets he's not even thinking like that, right? So basically, like I said, raising the next culture. Listen, it's time to go. When it's time to go, there's no reason to stay. You know what I'm saying? It's not like it's a culture that you need to promote being there. You're useful and valuable leaving, because you come back and you show the love and appreciation after you made it. It's okay to leave. It's not okay to stay. You know what I'm saying? It's not okay to stay. You're on a different level. On a level that people are not understanding and trying to understand through your eyes, and want you to make them see through their eyes. And it's not going to work.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Two directions don't pass. You know what I'm saying? So basically, you know, like that's just speaking on Far Rock and the balance out there, because people got to understand, you know, there needs to be a little light shines on that. And the reason why you said to stop the balance for this Far Rock movement. But other than that, what's going forward for 2023 with the Riot Squad and
Well,
what you
basically,
looking doing?
We might just drop a Riot project, but we might just do it real sneaky without nobody knowing. You might just wake up in the morning and that shit is up on iTunes. But Bono working on his album. I'm working on at least like 6 projects, but I'm gonna drop the Rockfall project. I'm dropping the Get Back, and in the summertime I'm dropping the Black Beach Boy, and then after that I'm dropping I Am Legend. And then I'm gonna this new project. I'm probably gonna fuck with some Far Rock DJs, and I'm gonna put together some shit called Spin the Block, where basically I'm gonna just be jacking for beats. You know what I'm saying? Any beat, I'm just spinning the block on that beat. You know what I mean? We're gonna bring that beat back, and I'm gonna do what it do, and I'm gonna just let the niggas just download that shit for free. You know what I mean? Send that shit out for free. So, and plus I'm trying to work on a podcast and a couple other things. You know what I'm saying? A documentary, all types of shit. It's so much shit that the Riot got that the world just don't know about. You know, at the end of the day, it's gonna be just up to me and Bono. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna be about what other people doing or who gonna try to help. You gotta help yourself at the end of the day. So you gotta say fuck what everybody doing, fuck what everybody's saying, and just do what the fuck you need to do for you. And that's my whole perspective. But I was so in tune with doing things with people, and it kind of stopped me a little bit. So right now, the focus is just on what I need to do to get my platform right. Because I know what to do for others, but I can't do anything for them if I'm not right. So I got to get me right 100 before I can spread my wings or even pass those plates out. So I'm going to do what I need to do, regardless of what anybody's saying. I don't give a fuck. I'm going to run it up. I'm not calling for no support. I'm not asking for no support. I'm just going to do my job, and that's that.
Okay. So basically, that's what I'm saying. I love the energy on that. So basically, with all of that said, we're gonna name drop a little bit because I need you to tap into your Far Rock artists because we got people like Beneficial Lord, Scrat, Gooch, Foul Al. You know, we got a bunch of, you know what I'm saying, a bunch like. Who are you basically? Because it's a bunch. I don't want to be like leaving people out and be forgot because a lot
I'm
of
gonna
people
be
say
honest.
that.
I think out of all the rappers, I probably, and this is, I'm not talking big on myself. I probably dealt with every type of rapper though. And Lord can vouch for that. I done been to every hood dealing with every rapper when niggas wasn't hanging with other niggas. And we talking about when Big Drops had his studio out here, when that was the only studio niggas could go to. I tapped in with every rapper, from Redfern to Hamels. And since I was fucking young, I was still fucking with other rappers before that. So I always was I was that nigga like basically if I was a ball player, I'm fucking with all the ball players. That was me. You know what I'm saying? Pacino was a good friend of mine. We talking about for years. I met him through my cousin years ago before Bugs Baguettes was rapping. You know what I'm saying? So I've been tapped in.
Yo, hold your head, man.
Man, hold your head, you know what I'm saying? So I've been running around with niggas. You know what I'm saying? So like even Moneybagg Scraps, you know what I mean? It's niggas like it's a lot of people that I got still in my studio that I didn't release things from Porsche Box, Moneybagg Scraps, Freaky Kai, Keen Streets, Bino. The list will keep going on. I got Revenue. I got some new shit I'm trying to do with T-Dot. And we still had something already.
The list is fire. I'm hoping y'all are here listening to this list of artists, man.
Like I said,
especially like King Streets, Moneybags. Like these dudes is hot right now.
And that's crazy.
Like yo,
like I said, I was dealing with niggas before anything. I never waited till niggas got hot or everybody talked about them. If you fuck with me, I fuck with you. And that's what it been. You know what I'm saying? So for years, like I had a session last night with a young boy. You know what I'm saying? That's my man's son. And he coming out too. And he was in here listening to these records I played for him. And I showed him the dates on them. And the nigga was like, yo, that should say 2014. And it sound like it's now. I said, because, you know, the music we was making, I was making shit ahead of my time. So if I play you an old King Streets verse, you're going to look at it like it was written now. Because how it was designed. If I play you something from Port Spots, Bishop, all these niggas. So many Young Stat, so many niggas that I done did my thing with. Like, shout out to all the rappers that I'm forgetting. They all know that they tapped in with me. But I fucked with every damn near rapper, at least 90%. And the nigga cannot say I did. You know what I mean? From young to the old. I tapped in with everybody. And I
telling you, it sounds like y'all need to have a Far Rock America tour. Dead ass. That's what it sounds like, a Far Rock America tour. Like y'all, like that's a Wu-Tang type of movement right there.
Absolutely.
How about that? That's your Wu-Tang right there.
But that's what I was getting at with the Kamikaze Posse. It was like basically I didn't see nobody team up since the riot. You know what I'm saying? Everybody had their teams, but their teams was kind of from their area or the niggas that they hang with. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I didn't hang with Bino like that. I didn't hang with Mike Mills like that. I ain't hang with Bishop like that. I ain't hang with Stack like that. But I grew up with certain people. And by us getting ourselves together like that, it brought a camaraderie. It's like when I seen Stack perform at Limelight, and I seen every hood in there from OV to Redfern, the Central, the Hamels, the 40s, the Edgemere. I seen Auburn. I seen the 60s. I seen niggas up there on stage, right? And I remember how New York City looked at niggas. Niggas looked at niggas like this, like what the fuck is going on here? And I felt the energy. Yeah. And then, you know what I'm saying? To see niggas not even argue, fight, stick together, have fun, but don't fuck with each other in the hood. It's all good. But to get out there and show niggas you can move like that.
I'm gonna tell you a guy. That I always tell Shaq about him, and I gotta get him. I need y'all to tap in, Far Rock. I need my man Ox Skills to be on this right here. He is like the godfather. I love Ox Skills. Me and Ox Skills did a lot of time back and forth together from Queens House to the Allen back in the 90s. I love Ox Skills. For real. Tap in, Far Rock. Please get in the Lord Talk TV.
Yo, like if you're not, this is the thing too. If you're not really into music in Far Rock, you got to know your history. Like when I was younger, I looked up the niggas like Ox Skills. You know what I'm saying? I remember watching Ox Skills rhyme on 5-4. He was sounding like Nas or some shit. Like I was just fucking shocked. And I was a kid. And this is the early 90s. You know what I'm saying? When niggas was going to Brooklyn to get lamb spread and all that extra shit type of weed, different type of shit. And Ock was selling weed at that time too. You know what I'm saying? So to watch him with his glasses on, had the specs on and shit, you know how Ox Skills talk. You know what I'm saying? That was a different type of talk. And then to come behind with Perb, you got niggas like Doherty. And then you had what's the name from Up the Beach? He had the blowing up for Rockaway Queens, Capone. You know what I'm saying? It was like it was a lot of niggas that was coming out from the rock that niggas didn't even know nothing about. Now, there's some niggas that I still don't know nothing about because they was old heads and I didn't get tapped in with them. But I was tapped in with the niggas that was actually doing it when rap wasn't big like that. At that time, it was more dancing and shit and DJing. You know what I mean? But I always paid respect, and I've been around these type of guys, you know what I'm saying? And they influenced me to do what I do. You know what I'm saying? Because I was a DJ at the age of 12. So I've been tapped in with this music shit for real, for real. Sure. I ain't just no nigga that's just jumping on a bandwagon. I went to Jamaica Avenue at the age of 12, jumping on a van and go get records every motherfucking day, damn near after school, just to come home and play them. You know what I mean? I'm cut from that cloth, that music cloth. You know what I mean? Video music box. Shit, when you had to call up to order a video and shit on your cable box. I'm from that cloth.
And the other joint before that came on with video music box on the other station. I forgot the other station that it was like another joint that played, like it came on at night.
I forgot
you had to catch it. It was like
all of those.
Like you had to get in trouble. You had to get in trouble. You had to get in trouble to sneak to watch that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like a UFO station, a UFT station.
Real talk. I'm cut from that cloth. You know, I'm cut from the Project Jams and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Fucking the hanger in the motherfucking aluminum foil days, man.
That's right, man. I'm from that fucking cloth of music. You know what I'm saying? I've been in tune with this shit for a long time, and then my niggas was dancers too. So like I said, I was DJing. I wasn't fully into rap. I got more into rap in like 2000, like 99.
Shout out to Father MC too. You know what I'm saying? Because he regulated the dancing in Far Rockaway. That's probably why they was dancing. His father had that shit bumping.
Shout out to
treat him like you want to be treated.
But you know, a message to a lot of the old head rappers that did do their thing. You know, start tapping in with more of the artists, man. Stop just looking for a name that niggas is talking about, because the shit overshadows other people, man. So if you're looking for talent, look for talent. That's why niggas like K Slate, rest in peace, and there'll never be niggas like him. Because K Slate, he didn't discriminate on nobody. Nobody, with whatever you was doing, what age you was. He had niggas that was 63 years old on that motherfucking album he was doing. You know what I mean? Just showing niggas to pay attention to your history. Don't just forget it because of what's going on. Because when we was growing up, we had to learn about our elders' music. You know what I mean? How the fuck did we learn about that old school music? We wasn't born at that time, but it was passed down to us.
Word.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's just out here, they don't be understanding, because things don't get passed down, because people be dealing with a little animosity of not wanting to play other people's music for people, or not wanting to do this, and that shit don't help nobody. It don't help nobody at all. You know what I mean? Because there's times when I used to play stack music, and I remember niggas be like, yo, he whack. Yo, he's this. Yo, he's this. Yo, he's this. And niggas was just going off their emotions. They wasn't even actually listening to him. That shit is fucked up.
Be like that.
It be like that, you know what I'm saying? But that's just how the hood is. We got to be more open-minded. And I think that's when we was more open-minded, when we had clue tapes and shit like that. We were so open of hearing something new. You couldn't wait to hear a new freestyle. Couldn't wait to hear that nigga new song. That shit was like Christmas for us. You know what I'm saying? You felt some type of way if a nigga heard it before you. Like, word, you got the shit before me? Like, damn, let me get a copy of that shit. Y'all want to hear that shit, Lord? You know what I'm saying? We got to bring it back to that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just, like niggas is being programmed. You know what I'm saying? Niggas getting programmed and they forgetting about the essence. Get back to the essence. All the DJs in Far Rock should have nothing but mixtapes out here with Far Rock artists on there. Bottom line. You can have your mixtapes that got other rappers, but mix them in with the other artists. This is the town. This is how you get the town behind you. Get everybody. You know what I'm saying? Get everybody to come out. That's all. Yeah, we probably don't all get along. That's part of fucking life. You can't control the content when you invite 20,000 people there, right? They come in there for their artists, but we can't control what happens all the time. But we could bring them out. Niggas need to start bringing them out. We need to start coming together more for each other and start paying homage to people who was doing it before. Because that's fucked up for niggas to outlook a nigga. Like, some nigga told me this the other day, right? And nigga was like, niggas is so used to hearing the star of a group that they don't want to listen to the others. And I said, nah, because you was brainwashed into that. You know what I'm saying? Because I listen to the lots. I listen to everybody. I don't discriminate. Yeah, I love Jada. You know what I'm saying? How he deliver. Yeah, I love Styles. Yeah, I love shit. I love all of them. I fuck with the war. I fuck with everybody. I ain't no nigga that just gonna be bandwagon 50 Cent. I fuck with Banks. I fuck with Yayo. I fuck with the team. It's like when some niggas say they Riot Squad fans. If you're a Riot Squad fan, you're a fan of all of us. But if you just listening to Stack and Chinks, you're a fan of Stack and Chinks. Don't say you're a Riot Squad fan. You're a fan of them. And there's nothing wrong with that, because I'm a fan of them. You know what I mean? And those are my brothers. But sometimes we get it misconstrued and we think a rapper is supposed to do what another rapper does. Nah, man, this ain't follow. This ain't follow. That's why we don't got enough leaders now, because it's too much following. And niggas dealing with identity crises. So niggas don't know what to do. So if a nigga see 30 niggas in the hallway dancing, smoking, niggas say, all right, that's the vision. Oh, that's how you get attention. No, nigga, do what you do. The problem, that's why we stood out, because we was doing what we did. You know what I'm saying? We wasn't trying to do what other niggas was doing. Yes, we was looking at the niggas before us, because we was taking notes, though. Like, oh, shit, okay, this what the fuck they doing? Oh, shit, we got to step it up. Not we going to follow them and do what they do. Let's step it up or try to do it better at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying?
That was the trend sentence of the 90s. You know what I'm saying? So basically, you know what I'm saying? I just wanted to, that was a big conversation. Like I said, this is an open conversation that needs to be started. It needs to be repeatedly questioned, because you got to drill it into the heads. Far Rock, y'all got a lot of talent, and it makes no sense to kill the talent off and crush the confidence of the talent when you can all come up with the talent. You can be a dynasty. You know what I'm saying? This is a dynasty situation that everybody, the children take pride just for coming off the same land. You understand what I'm saying? Like Queensbridge, we might not get along, but in Queensbridge, we are taking pride of everybody who comes out of there because we understand the mission and the assignment of everybody's strides. And it's a legacy. You know what I'm saying? You got to be proud of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm from Queensbridge. You know what I'm saying? Like, you already know. Like, shit, everybody's a fucking superstar there. You know what I'm saying? Because we know somebody that's a superstar. You grew up with somebody.
Right.
It's like contagious. It's the same thing at Far Rock. You just got to get yourselves noticed together.
See, the problem is,
and this
you know what it is, too?
Do
you think it's like sometime, man, you know, one thing I don't like I'm going to address it, because there's a lot of things. I was very humble for a long time, so it's going to be a lot of times when I do interviews, I'm going to be saying a lot of things that niggas don't know. You know what I mean? But one thing about our community in Far Rock is it's like we get a tendency of, like I said, Stack and Chinx got big names. So sometimes people big those names up that look like they was in the loop with the situation. And it kind of takes away from niggas that was dealing with them. And it's like the same people would know me and Bino. You know what I mean? And it's like, what y'all waiting for me and Bino to go to talk about us? That's kind of fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Because we put work in with our brothers and we lost them. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong to hear niggas saying Stack is doing this, Chinx got this, whatever. But at the same time, when the riot was running, don't forget these other people that put that work in. Don't put them on the back. Don't put us in the backyard, my nigga. Why everybody in the front?
Nah. And I want them to understand this too. It's always the people who sacrifice for others knowing the vision. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes people see the vision and know there's people that need to go first. You know what I'm saying? Instead of trying to go with them. Say, yo, bro, I'm going to help you go first.
See, I did that.
You understand?
See, that's the thing niggas don't understand.
That's so basically, you know, sometimes you don't have to explain that because people will never understand that theory if they're not thinking like that, because they'll never think like that.
That's right.
You understand what I'm saying? So you'll just be talking to a wall. You understand what I'm saying? So you ain't even got to explain that no more, brother. But for Lord Talk TV, brother, we appreciate you coming out and talking with us. You know what I'm saying? And before we go, you know what I'm saying, let the people know that's still out here with us how to reach you on your social media platforms.
Listen, they already know, man. It's CAU2GS or $. You can look up Core 2G's YouTube, anywhere. Just Google me. Everything gonna pop up. I'm on that new Chinx album. Me and Bino still down. That shit is circulating right now. You know what I mean? I got the Protocol that's still out there, shot by Rockboy. Plus, it's basically it's a whole Far Rock situation. The producer Dave Eastwood Beats, he a Far Rock producer. You know what I'm saying? So I kept everything all in house, and you can look out for that Rockfall. That Rockfall is coming. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be like I'm Franklin Saint of this shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm just turning this shit into a different. Everything I'm doing is gonna be cinematic, and it's gonna be a movie now. It's not gonna be none of that extra shit. It's gonna be a movie, something to watch, and I got a story to tell.
I tap into the Lord. Like I said, man, we out of here. Lord Talk TV, brother. Appreciate y'all, man. To the next episode, man. Riot Squad is built.
You're ready. You're ready.
Good looking, Lord.